Welcome to Carden IT Services Guide to ChatGPT Prompting. We are going to go over multiple subjects explaining what is a ChatGPT prompt, how to create an effective AI prompt to obtain the best results, how to assess your results, and how to ask ChatGPT to refine and improve what it provides you. Writing clear prompts, how being clear and specific helps. What is a ChatGPT prompt? Simply put, it's the instruction you give the AI telling it what to do. But here's the catch. The quality of your results depends entirely on the quality of your prompt. If you write a vague or lazy prompt, you'll get vague or lazy results. That wastes your time and leaves you frustrated. On the other hand, if you take just a little extra time to make your prompt clear and specific, you'll unlock far more accurate and useful responses. Always ask yourself, how long would this have taken me before AI? If it's something important, it's worth spending a few seconds crafting a better prompt. ChatGPT is a powerful tool, but to really make it work for you, it's all about how you ask. You want to be clear and detailed in your prompt so that ChatGPT knows exactly what you're asking for. If you need help writing an email, instead of giving it the bare minimum and saying something like, "Write me an email," you should explain your situation, a little bit about yourself, and what exactly you want ChatGPT to provide. Let's say you're a website developer emailing a client. You could say, write a professional email to a client, thanking them for their business and asking for feedback on a recent project we completed together. This gives ChatGPT the context it needs to deliver a more relevant and focused result. Asking for summaries. Be clear on what you need. ChatGPT can be used for quick summaries, but again, the more context you provide, the better the outcome. For example, instead of just saying, summarize this document, you could say, summarize the key points of this article about the difference between SEO and Google Ads and when to use each. Focus on the most important changes businesses should know about. This approach gives ChatGPT a clear direction, ensuring it delivers a summary that's concise, accurate, and focused on what matters most. Why this works? By telling ChatGPT exactly what you want to focus on, it doesn't just skim the surface, but highlights the most relevant and useful information. Refining responses with follow-up prompts. ChatGPT is interactive. It doesn't stop with just one answer. If the first result isn't quite what you are looking for, you can refine it with follow-up prompts. As an example, let's say you asked for an email and the tone was too casual. You can respond with, "Can you make this email sound more formal and professional?" Or, if you want a deeper explanation, "Could you expand on this point with more detail?" This approach allows you to customize the output and adjust it to your needs. Don't hesitate to ask for more or ask for changes. Follow-up prompts are a great way to fine-tune the content without needing to start from scratch. You're giving ChatGPT guidance on what to tweak, which leads to better results. Crafting scenarios and giving context. One of the best ways to get a high-quality response from ChatGPT is to frame your prompt like a story. Again, being vague is only going to get you so far, and the AI may misunderstand what you want, giving you an unhelpful response. By giving it context and telling it a story, you can create a scenario that sets the stage for your request. The more detail, the better. Just as an example, let's say you're selling stain-resistant t-shirts and need to draft a social media post, but you're unsure how to approach it. Instead of just asking, "Write a social media post for my new product," try this. Imagine you're a customer who just bought my new product and are thrilled with it. Write a social media post sharing your experience, highlighting how it solved a problem for you. By setting up a scenario, you're encouraging ChatGPT to create something more authentic, creative, and emotionally engaging. When ChatGPT has context and a storyline, it can craft content that feels more natural and relevant to the scenario you're presenting. Asking for alternatives to get the best ideas. Sometimes you might want to explore different options to find the best fit for your needs. ChatGPT can generate multiple alternatives, so don't hesitate to ask for more than one idea. Let's say you sell home and garden products and need a few catchy subject lines for your email marketing campaign. You could say, can you suggest 3 different subject lines for an email about a summer sale on our products? This way, you get variety to choose from, and you're not stuck with just one option. Asking for alternatives allows you to expand your options and pick the best one. It gives you the chance to compare different tones, styles, and ideas in one go, responding when the answer isn't quite right. Even when you're detailed and specific, there might be times when ChatGPT's result isn't exactly what you need. When this happens, don't be afraid to give feedback and guide it toward a better answer. For example, if ChatGPT gives you a meal plan but includes ingredients you're allergic to, you can say, "This looks good, but I'm allergic to dairy and gluten. Can you revise this with alternatives that fit those restrictions?" Or, if the plan feels too repetitive, try saying, "Can you vary the lunches a bit more? I'd like a wider variety of options throughout the week." ChatGPT learns and adapts from the feedback you give. So if the result isn't quite what you want, you can guide it toward perfection by asking specific questions or pointing out what needs to change. Using ChatGPT to improve your own work. Whether it's a draft blog, a presentation, or even a piece of code, ChatGPT can act as your virtual editor. For example, if you have a blog draft, you can ask, "Can you improve the structure of this blog on cybersecurity? It feels a bit disorganized. Can you help me make this section more concise and engaging?" Or let's say you've written code and it's not quite working, you could ask, "Here is my Python code. Why does it keep throwing an error? And how can I fix it?" If you're making a presentation, you can ask ChatGPT, "Can you make this slide more impactful with a better title and key points?" Remember, sometimes it helps to ask for multiple ideas to get the best results. And don't be afraid to follow up and ask for tweaks, even if they're small. ChatGPT can point out flaws, suggest improvements, and even rewrite sections to help refine your work, making it an essential tool in your creative process. Making a schedule using ChatGPT. You can use ChatGPT to help you create schedules to help save time and provide structure. But remember to always give as much detail as possible. A vague version might say something like, "Make me a content plan for social media. Why is this weak?" When you don't give ChatGPT any context, it has nothing to build on. It doesn't know who you are, what you post about, or how you want the results formatted. That means you'll spend more time reworking the output. How do we fix it? Let's look at a clear and specific version of that same request. I am a social media manager for my own brand, where I help people with hip mobility. I started this business 12 months ago, and I've built a good following. I already create some great ideas, but I need more and I need your help. 70% of my posts should be videos which I'll be featured in. Can you please create me a full content calendar for the next month? This should include the post topic, what it's about, the post title, something engaging enough to make people want to view it, a basic script for each post with a hook, the problem, the solution, and a call to action. And finally, return this in a diary view showing which post goes on which day, so I can download it into a Microsoft Word document. See the difference? The vague prompt might give you 5 or 6 broad ideas, but the clear and detailed prompt gives you a complete, structured calendar with scripts you could use straight away. That's the power of being specific. And there you have it. To get the best results when prompting ChatGPT, remember, be specific and detailed in your prompts. Ask for clarifications or follow-ups if the response isn't quite right. Use context and scenarios to tell a story in your requests. Don't hesitate to ask for multiple ideas and choose the one that fits best. By applying these simple tips, you'll be able to unlock ChatGPT's full potential and get results that work for you every time. Thanks for your time. I hope these tips help you get even more value from ChatGPT. Remember, it's all about how you ask, so make sure your prompts are as clear and specific as possible. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Carden IT Services.